Hi guys, Jodie here. Welcome back. I'm finally back to posting another portion of my US haul, and this is a big haul of stuff that I ordered to come to my sister who lives in the United States. Gosh, I think leading up to Christmas last year, and my beautiful sweet brother who went over to visit my sister for a holiday basically kept a whole suitcase empty for me and was a willing cosmetic mule for me. He joked about being my mule, obviously not bringing over a suitcase of drugs, but he brought over a suitcase of makeup to help me fill my makeup addiction. He is a doctor, so I guess he is well qualified to help me with my addiction. So again, once more, thank you, Stuart. I don't think you're watching, but I am super appreciative of my brother to be bringing my masses of makeup that I bought in America. And I bought a lot of stuff. You've probably watched my earlier videos, which is, you know, like in 17 parts now of the US haul. I've got probably 2 or 3 more videos to make of this US haul, and then I'm done with it. So I promised my sister, who answered the door about a zillion times to the UPS man. I hope that UPS man is as hot as Jay loves Max. UPS man, Lainey, you know who you are, because you answered the door to him many a time with one after another box from MAC and Sephora and Ulta and all over the place. So thank you, a very special to you too, my beautiful sister Lainey, for answering the door and collecting all those boxes. Thank goodness you had a spare room to let that mountain pile up. And I did promise you that I would do this video so that you could see my excited face as I unpacked this massive haul. So without further ado, I'm going to go, so I'm going to go into some eye products that I got, as well as some blushes. So right into the eyes. One of the things I got was from the MAC, I think it was called a Tartan Tail collection. I wasn't really impressed with that collection. It was the holiday collection, and I'm not a huge fan of Tartan. You know, some, obviously their collections are a great opportunity to appeal to some and not to others, but I did really like the look of their pigment set. The reason that I ordered this one, and this one is their 5 Smoky Thrill Seekers pigment / glitter. The reason I ordered this was because I was sold on the Naked pigment, and I thought, do I get, you know, the Naked pigment alone, which is a huge pot that you would have to use, you know, every day for a lifetime to actually use up, or do I spend a little bit more and get 5 MAC pigments in still generous quantities that would last a long time, and get to try some other colors too. So this is what Naked looks like. I do have a few MAC pigments in full size. I have chocolate or chocolate brown, vanilla, which of course I love, and I think I have melon, if not tan, one or the other in the full size. So that is what Naked looks like on my hand. Just a slightly pinkier version of vanilla, and it's got just a very slight sparkle to it as well. The other colors that came in this combination, I think there were 2 different sets that came out at Christmas time. This is Jigs and Jive, and again, apologies for the lighting. If you can tell though the difference here, sorry for the nail as well. Naked, Jigs and Jive. Jigs and Jive looks a little bronzier, a little browner, taupier, if that's a word. And I'll just show you what that looks like. Oh no, that's not a good swatch, but it does. Here we go. I'll try it one more time for you so you can get a good idea. I'm not sure if Jigs and Jive is part of their permanent collection. You certainly don't hear much about it. I don't remember seeing it. But it's quite a subtle, not great lighting. It's quite a subtle sort of colour. Don't know if it's coming up at all. 3 more. These are darkers. We should have a better chance of having these come up. Now, the reason I was contemplating this set is because of the blue brown, and the blue brown pigment is just beautiful. I've been on a bit of a kick lately. I got a few pigments that are sort of duochrome from Inglot lately, and this reminds me of Inglot's 85. I'm assuming that the MAC blue brown came before Inglot's 85, but I'm in love with that 85 pigment. It reflects sort of a greeny blue on a base of brown, and that is what the this blue brown pigment does, if you can see it there in the middle. It's the darkest pigment. It's absolutely beautiful and just gorgeous for an all over lid. Just gorgeous effect, very dramatic. Or also, you know, as a liner, you could mix that in with Fix Plus and just get gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous effects. So I love that pigment. And then I think I've covered myself in it here, but two more to go from that collection was the MAC Reflex Blackened Red, and I really liked what I saw online of the Reflex Blackened Red. It's really glittery, if you can see it there next to the blue brown. Really, really glittery looks. That would look absolutely, I'm just sort of patting it out, sort of a rusty red colour. That would look absolutely gorgeous on like a black or on a brown sort of base eyeshadow. Just gorgeous. And then the last one is called, it's really hard to see because it's on black, called Dark Soul, and that's like in a black kind of bottle. And they're pretty well jam-packed into these little bottles. Black Soul, I would say it has some glitter to it. That is just a light swatch, so it's not coming up as dark as it would actually be if you were putting it on your eye, but it almost looks like a loose pigment version of like Black Tide, so it's like a black shimmery type pigment. So that's all 5 of them if you can get a look there. Really impressed, and I haven't been using these products actually. I set them aside so that I would make this US haul video, and haven't used them yet, so I'm really excited to try that. I know one of my favorite looks that my sister wears is just the MAC Vanilla Pigment in the corner and the highlight, and then I think she puts Naked on the lid, so I'm really excited to try that because it looks very pretty on her. Another one I got, I think this was on sale on Sephora's website, the Stila Recorder Message Talking Gift Palette. I haven't recorded anything on it, but this has 3 eyeshadows, a convertible colour dual lip and cheek cream as well. And you open it up. I know they have a few of these available online and on different websites. But there you go, there's the 4. The colours we have here, I'm not sure if they even name them. No, they have not named the colours, so I'm not even really going to, this one's called, sorry, the Complete Classic Look. And I'll just do a quick swipe of these so that you can see what they look like in case you see this online on a website and, you know, want to know if you should buy it. That's how they look on my fingers. Quick swipe. Shows like a nakedy nudie tan, a nice light pink and a darker brown. They are the shadows. Really pretty combination. That would look very nice. A nice kit to travel with. And I'll just show you the last one, the convertible colour. The convertible colour is just lovely. I do have a few of those, and I'm just not sure what the colours actually are. Sorry about that, but that's a really nice sort of neutrally pink there on the bottom. So that is the Stila. Next eye product I got, actually I got a set from NARS. This was from Sephora. This was on special, and I think it came with a gloss and maybe a miniature size of Laguna. I think they were the 3 items, but on the back of the NARS it says it was the NARS Essential, sorry it's upside down but the label is upright for me, the Essential Eye Palette 9952, and this has basically just 6 eyeshadows in it. I'll show you the top line. We've got, I'll just swipe them here. Actually, it looks like we've got a gloss. Yeah, this first one here, if you can see, is like a pinky type sort of gloss, and that is called, I think, Unconditional Love. Next one along is Night Star and Galapagos. Yep, I think that is right. And then on the bottom row, I'll just get my hand clean here. I hope I'm telling you the right colours. And then the bottom row, we've got Nepal, Ondine and Thunderball. So I think we've got Nepal, Ondine, O-N-D-I-N-E, and Thunderball. Really pigmented colours, beautiful. Haven't tried those on the eye yet. As I said, I've been keeping those aside for the US haul videos. Let me see, the Night Star and Galapagos are really quite shimmery. If you can see there, quite shimmery compared to the others. The others just have sort of a nice silky finish, with this last one being quite matte, quite a sort of midnight matte colour. Another palette that I got was from Tarina Tarantino. I have not used this yet. It's been really hard to hold off. It's been, you know, 6 months since I got this, and it's been sitting there just waiting to have a video made about it. But it's the Tarina Tarantino Sparklicity Gold Palette. And I saw a video, I'll try and post a link down below to it. Michelle1218 just made a video with this palette. She did a tutorial, a look, and she just talked it up, and it looked absolutely beautiful on her video. That's what it looks like. I think, God, Michelle was probably saying at the time that it was one of the best palettes that she'd, you know, ever seen. She really liked it. I'm just going to do that last darker colour just to show you how that looks. If you might see similarities here between the colours of all the palettes, but a nice neutral palette. You've got a sort of nudie one right here on my knuckles, a sort of reddy terracotta-ish kind of colour with a bit of shimmer, a nice sort of orangey gold, sparkly pink, and a dark brown. And yeah, when you see Michelle1218's video, you'll see why I was so compelled to order that palette. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of looks I can get together with that. Another item from Sephora was, and my sister took it out of the packaging so that it would all fit, but it was like an eye kit from Sephora brand makeup, and there was a little Sephora Aspen Summit number 23 eyeshadow in there, and it was like Sephora All About Eyes, something like that. That's just a nice light sort of shimmery white, if you can see it on my hand there. Yep, you can see it on that angle. There we go. It was a trio of products. Second item was a Sephora eyeliner, I believe it is, in Nano, and I think that Nano from the end looks like a sort of, yeah, it's like a greeny silvery colour. You can see there next to the Nano. And then finally in that kit is a Sephora mascara lash plumper, mascara volume. Yeah, so it's a lash plumper and volume mascara from the looks of it. Looking forward to giving those a go. I've been pretty impressed historically with Sephora brand cosmetics. I'm actually wearing their bronzer today, but for a long time I was stuck on their primer. I've got their finishing and setting powders. Love their lip glosses. One of my favourite lip glosses of all time is their, you know, in the tube, just a sparkly pink one. Their number 17, I think it is. Love it. Yeah, I have a lot of Sephora lipsticks that I love. Their Star range is absolutely gorgeous. I think that's still available. Anyway, onwards and upwards with some more blushes as well. I'll stop at the end of the blushes. I've got 5 products to show you from my US haul. So I've also got the Hard Candy So Baked Bronzer in Hula. I heard great things about Hula on YouTube, I think, leading up to Christmas. It actually looks like a nice, fairly natural colour bronzer, and despite the fact that a lot of these hard candy sort of baked blushes are quite shimmery and highlighty, this is not very sparkly or frosty. I wouldn't go so far as calling it matte, but if you can see, it's just swiped across here. It's not a very dark bronzer, so that would be good for a really, just a bit of a glow that's not too brown, not too dark, just bring some life back to, you know, my winter face, I would say. So looking forward to giving that a try. Another one I was really excited to get is apparently a dupe for Orgasm, and you hear a lot about this one. This is the Milani Powder Blush with Brush in number 201 Luminous. And Luminous, as I said, is supposed to be a dupe for Orgasm with these Milani blushes. You do have a mirror and brush underneath, and I'll just swipe this quickly for you. This is one of 2 Milani blushes that I got from the US haul. Really nice, light, lovely pink for a natural flush. Other one I got was inspired by Emily Noel, and this is My Tai, and this is featured so many times in her videos. She's named it so many times as a favorite. It's a lot brighter than the Luminous that I just showed you. That's the My Tai there. Really pretty. You can just do, you know, a soft flush of color there on your cheek for a lot of interest. Now the next one was inspired by Tiffany D, Makeup by Tiffany D, and this would have been, I think, maybe in her favorites for 2010, but definitely in a favorites video if nothing else. Oh goodness, this is Smashbox Blush Rush in Flush, and yeah, I think this is quite a natural blush. This is what it looks like in the compact, just a nice sort of light pink on my finger, and yeah, you can see it compared to like the Luminous. It's a little bit more of a cooler pink, but lovely. Looking forward to giving that a try on my cheek. And then the final sort of blushy face product that I wanted to show you today from the US haul is the Maybelline Mineral Power Illuminator. This is an all over sheer shimmer loose powder in the colour Pink 620. And I'll just swatch that for you super quickly. Tearing into the packaging. So one of the nice things about it is it does come with a little mini kabuki brush, which is great for travel. Great size for blush too, fantastic. I'll just open this quickly. It says to dip the brush into the cap, tap the brush to remove excess, and sweep all over the face. So with these kinds of products, if you don't have the stopper like what Bare Minerals packages their products with now, that, you know, slides over the sieve, you've just got a whole lot of loose powder floating around if you do travel with it. So you just use your cap basically to apply. You shake some product into the cap, and I'll just swatch that for you. This might be, I think I got this as a blush because it is, yeah. It's quite a nice light pink. You can see it just there. Or you can use it as an illuminator or a highlight, but it's pretty pink for that. I think I might have seen that on Lollipop 26's website, on her blog. Gosh, I miss her. Does anyone else miss her, Lollipop 26? She was awesome. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed that US haul, and I'll talk to you again really soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.